Thank you for asking. Okay. So today is Friday. Did you went to school, like face-to-face classes in Vietnam?
No, I am in my vacation now.
Okay. You are in your vacation right now.
Yeah,
Okay. So are you ready to start our lesson?
yeah, I'm ready to.
Okay. So let us first have a short recap on what we have last time. What did you learn last time again?
Mm, the
So
last
what was
time,
our topic?
the
Yes.
last time we learned about the bully.
Bully. What else?
Um, bully.
Bully.
Go to the college.
Oh, yes, going to college. Okay, so now let's have a short recap on our discussion last time. Okay, so would you mind reading number one?
Yeah, kids are restless by nature.
Restless. Can you say
Restless,
restless?
restless,
Oh, wait. Restless.
restless
Okay.
by nature. Most of them would rather that player than study. Many of them think that they have some special talent that will make them rich and famous. But of course, very few people even success in sport or
Succeed.
so
Succeed.
success
Succeed.
succeed
Okay, continue.
in sports or so business. The competition is too intense in how we
Intense.
intense and
Okay.
the opportunity too small, but many doors are open to people with an education. This is even more true today in our very complicated techno-
Technological.
technological world than in the past. A college education by the far the best bet for success will
Okay.
okay.
Okay, for a while. Okay, I want to highlight this sentence. A college education is by far the best bet for success or the best option for success. Do you believe in this one?
Yeah, I believe that.
You believe. That's why you have a plan to continue with your college education in Germany, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so continue pursuing that college education, and I hope that you will be successful with that because college, as they say, education is the doorway to our future. So if you can finish your education, you will have limitless opportunities in the future. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that's good. Now let's proceed to number two. Can you read this
Yeah.
one?
Yes. Why it is true that education had always been a key to success. The definition, uh, uh, how we can read
Definition.
definition of education is changing very rapidly. Degrees are no longer the magic price of paper,
Pieces. Oh, pieces.
pieces of paper. They one way,
They
very
once
rare.
were.
Uh,
Once
they,
were.
they one way.
Once. Can you say once?
Once,
Okay, very good. Continue.
um, very rare and specialty skills such as computer programming, uh, clothing construction, or film director, or
Direction.
direction, or even more traditional kind of talent, success as the ability to write or compose music or paint a picture, a, a great demand, and less how can
Exalted.
what
Exalted.
exalted profession profession
Professions.
profession such as carpentry and
Carpentry.
carpentry and plumbing are
Okay.
always are always needed. There are many possibilities in life, and everyone has different interest, uh, interesting and
Interests
abilities.
and abilities. Okay.
Interest and ability. A college education is only one of many ways to achieve satisfaction and success.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction. And
Satisfaction.
okay. Okay, very good. Okay, so here, even though we said that education or college education is important, it is not right either to discriminate other people who have not finished their college education because they might not be able to finish their college education, but they have skills that they can also use for their benefit. So it's not good either to just use your college education as a way to discriminate someone else, okay? Because we have
Yeah.
different interests, we have different skills, and these skills will help us to success in life. It just depends on our determination to be successful, okay?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, very well. So that is just a short recap on what we learned last time, especially about college education, since you are now in your middle school and you are planning for your college education. All right.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any other questions for this one?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay, good. Okay, if that's the case, let's proceed to our next one. Okay, if we talked about college level, now we are going to talk about dropping out. Are you familiar with this word? Dropping
Uh,
out?
oh, yeah, I know about that.
How you know about this one? All right, so we're going to tackle this one this time. But can you read? Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm
You're
okay.
having. You're, okay. Can you read number one?
Uh, is it a really bad idea? Wait. If things are
Okay.
bad at school because you are being, how we can
Harass.
repeat that?
Harass.
Harassed sexually or otherwise, or building. Try changing school rather than quitting.
Okay, here. Okay, this is important, especially for middle school learners. When they got bullied at school, the first thing that came into their mind is to quit school because they are in pain or they cannot carry the bullies already. But this is not a good choice either because if you are bullied, it is better that you change or you transfer into another school rather than quitting your school year level. Okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Now let's go to number two. Can you
Uh,
read this one?
Can you wait me a minute?
Oh, it's okay. It's
Yeah,
okay.
thank you. Mẹ con chuẩn giấy này.
Oh, Nido, it's okay if you get your water.
Con có nhớ học không đấy?
Đang học mà bố.
Nhưng mà đấy là con nhớ hay là ấy đấy?
Là con nhớ của.
Bố không biết là bảy.
Ừ.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How about your water? Don't you want to get your water?
What?
Water. You need a
What?
water in your table because you're
Uh,
having you're sick right now, right?
yeah.
Or you can get your water. It's okay, so that you can drink while we're discussing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I have been to that.
Okay. Okay, if that's the case, let's proceed to number two. Can you read this one?
Yes. It is not worth all the trouble
Trouble.
and if hard work if the academic are too hard. See you see
Yours
your school consider for classes that better than you. How
suit
can we read
better
that?
suit your aptitude.
Aptitude.
Okay, so when we say the word aptitude, this means your learning style. Okay, so a lot of people, again, they drop out school because they think that their subjects are very hard or they cannot carry the challenges in that subject. So if that's the case, dropping out is not the best solution again, but changing your subjects in a simpler or an easier subject would be the best one for this one. All right?
Yeah.
So if you have, for example, a hard subject that you don't think you can continue, then you just have to report it to your school counselor so that they will figure out how they can help you. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's proceed to number three.
Uh,
Uh,
I mean, yeah. Uh, drop out. How can we
dropouts.
drop out?
Dropouts.
Have a harder time to getting good school skill
Secure.
skill
Secure.
skill uh
Please.
decently paying job more and more entry level and trade specific job require at a minimum a high school graduate and many unless some training after high school.
Okay, here. Okay, so when you are a dropout, sometimes it's hard for you to look for a job because some jobs they are looking for a higher competency. For example, they are looking for your college degree or your college diploma. And if of course if you are a dropout, you don't have yet a college diploma. So it is also challenging for dropouts to look for a job because they did not finish their education. And some of the business world right now, they require college diploma. Okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Okay. How about in Vietnam? I am curious. What about the cases of your dropouts? Is it high or is it low?
I think it's in high school, they will still study after high school. It's high, with in high school and middle school, I think it's low in
Oh,
Vietnam.
it's low. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So in Vietnam, do you have a strict school system? Like for example, if you have a classmate who dropped out a lot of the times, would the school still accept that person? Or would they offer that person to another school? How is the system in your school?
In high school, I think I don't change school many times. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So even though you have been a dropout for many times, you will still be accepted in that school. Is that what you
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
right.
see. Okay. Okay, I'm
But
just curious.
you will learn the your class two times, like
Mm-hmm.
the level 10 to level 11. But
Mm-hmm.
if you drop 2 hours, you will in the level 10, you can go to the level 11.
Oh, yes. You can't go to level 11 without finishing, of course, your grade 10 level, right?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
so I am just curious about that. That's why I asked you. Okay, thank you so much for that. Now, let's proceed to question, I mean, number four. Let me read this time. Dropping out gives you a lot of free time. Even if you get a full-time job, you are more likely to get into a self-destructive rut or habit, maybe even by abusing drugs and or alcohol. Okay, here. I think that this is already common, especially when it comes to young ones who drop out of school, since they have a lot of free time and they don't have any jobs. Of course, what they would do is to continue with their vices, such as cigarette, smoking, liquor drinking, and worst is drugs, being abusive and being addicted to drugs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know someone who is a dropout, or
I
like a
think
friend, a cousin,
uh,
anyone?
I have a cousin. He only don't study university, but he has study high school.
Uh, your cousin.
Yeah. No,
Okay, so
my uh, not my in Vietnam we have the cousin from the dad. Do you know
oh
what?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He will don't study university.
Okay, so if that's the case, what is he doing right now? Uh,
He is uh I don't
so
know about that.
I don't know, but he's not taking drugs or
No,
smoking. He's
he
not doing
is,
that.
yeah, he not doing that.
Oh, that's good because it's not really good to really waste your on these addictions. Okay, so I
Yeah.
am just curious. That's why I have asked you. Maybe you know someone who is also addicted to drugs, which is not a good one. All right, let's proceed to question. I mean, number five. Okay, is it okay if you read number five?
Yeah.
All right.
Pregnancy is not good reason to drop out and get a job. Look at your op-
Options.
options before taking such a
Drastic
drastic
step.
step.
Okay, here. Pregnancy. Okay. Pregnancy, do you know the meaning of pregnancy?
Yeah, I know that it have a baby.
Okay. Yes, I have. This is specifically applicable to women. Of course, when they fall in love at a young age, chances are they would be pregnant. And
Yeah.
of course, when you are pregnant, you will be discriminated in school, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, some women are discriminated because they are pregnant. And so this reason gives them the right to drop out of school. But
Yeah.
pregnancy is not also a reason to drop out of school because there are women, even though they are pregnant, they are still continually studying. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. But do you know Catholic schools in Vietnam? Do you have a Catholic school?
What do you mean Catholics?
Oh, sorry. Catholic is a religion.
What?
Oh, wait, let me write that one. Oh, you're not familiar with this? Okay, let me write it. Well, Catholic. Let me. Tell me if you can see the annotation. Can you see it, what I'm writing?
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay, Catholic is a religion. Um, okay. Here,
No, we don't
you
have
don't,
that.
you don't
Yeah,
have Catholic schools in Vietnam.
yeah,
Okay, Catholic school is a religion wherein you believe in God.
yeah. In Vietnam, we believe in the um, Buddha.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
what do we call your God in Vietnam?
Buddha.
Ay, Buddha.
Yeah,
Buddhism. That's your religion
yeah,
in Vietnam. Oh, I see. Buddhism, right?
yeah. What?
Buddhism. Let me write that down. Are you
Yeah.
referring to this word, Buddhism?
Um,
Okay, wait.
I think it's
Is,
the
is it this
wait,
one? Buddhism? Is this your religion in Vietnam?
what we have finished.
Mm-hmm. I'm just curious. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Buddhism, this is your
Yeah,
religion. Oh,
yeah,
I see. Okay, so here, a Catholic school is the one who believes in God and the practices of God. And often, especially here in the Philippines and in other countries as well, when you are studying in a Catholic school, they are very strict to the point that if you are pregnant, some schools will not allow you to continue. So
oh,
that is the case when it comes to Catholic schools because they are very strict in their beliefs in God. And so as a result, if you are pregnant, they will not accept you and you are not to continue your study in the same university. If you would like to transfer, then they will allow you to go. But you are not to stay in the Catholic school if you are pregnant because that's a
yeah.
big no-no. Okay? So do you
In
get that?
in Vietnam, if you
Oh,
vegan,
what
I
happened if
think
you're pregnant?
I think they will go to the doctor. Yeah, most of them go to doctor and kill that.
What? You?
Yeah,
Oh, you mean, yeah, they will allow the child to be removed in their bodies, right?
yeah, that's right.
I see. So that's not a good thing.
Yeah,
Okay, but at least now you know the meaning of a Catholic, right? It's a
yeah.
religion where who believes in God. Okay. Now let's proceed to number six. Oh, do you have any other questions?
No, I don't have any question.
Okay. Now let's proceed to number six.
Uh,
Okay.
Being a dropout is much harder than you think it will be. What would you do all the day? All day.
Okay, so here, since it is a question, for example, um, Can you imagine yourself, middle, being a dropout? Of course,
Yeah,
what will you do in a full day? You're not going to school either. So what are you going to do? Can you just imagine what will you do if that's the case?
I think if I in 18, I will be a worker and I will go to work to make
Oh,
money. I think so.
okay, so if you are a dropout, you're going to work to make
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
Oh, I see, that's good. I thought you're going to look for a loved one and get married at a young age. Okay, okay. Sorry for that. Now let's proceed to number seven.
Okay.
Okay,
Going back to school as an adult, it
adult.
adult is not as easy as you might think, and it also costs more in terms of time and effort.
Okay, here. That's why when it comes to studying, you really have to study at a young age. Because when you grow older, it will be harder for you. Of course, if you are older, maybe you don't have your parents to support your education. So what you're going to do is that you're going to work and at the same time pay for your school fees, which is not really, yeah, which is really a hassle for you because you should be studying, you should be reviewing and not working at the same time because it will be really tough and harder for you to do that
Yeah,
one. And you are lucky because your parents are supporting you there.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Now let's proceed to this one.
Dropping out is not cool. It does not make you a
A tough
tough
guy.
guy, nor does it mean you have grown up. In fact, it is the exact opposite.
Exact opposite.
Opposite.
Okay, so here, dropping out is really not good because often when it comes to men, these dropouts, you can see them anywhere, right? Like they are taking their vices, they are doing unnecessary things instead of studying. And so we can conclude that if they are doing that, they are just wasting their time, right? Because they should be pursuing for their dreams. They should be studying for a successful future, okay?
Yeah,
Okay, am I being too fast in my discussion or is it just okay?
yeah, it's okay.
All right, so here, we have here two interesting questions. Okay, here, let me read the first question for you.
Mm.
Have you ever thought seriously about dropping out? What were your reasons?
I never think about that.
Wow, okay, so you never think of dropping out even though school is quite hard. Never? It never came to your
Yeah,
mind?
yeah, never came in my mind.
Oh, I okay. So you're really studious and you like studying. All right. How about question number two?
What would you tell a friend who want to quit school?
Okay, yes. What
Uh,
would be your words, or what are you going to tell them if they plan to quit school?
yeah, I think I will say that it's not a good idea.
You will say that it's not a good idea, which is actually true. Okay,
Mm.
because they might be wasting their time and their vices. All right. Do you have any other questions for the topic dropping out or stopping your education? Do you have
Yeah.
questions here?
No, I don't have any question.
All right, so let's proceed to our next page then. So here we have another paragraph. This one is entitled, I Want a Clean World.
Yeah,
Okay, here. It's very interesting, right? Because
yeah.
now we are experiencing COVID-19. And are we experiencing a clean world because of COVID-19? What do you think?
What about the COVID-19?
Okay, in connection to a clean world. Here.
What
Do
is
you,
me?
oh, what?
What
Okay,
is
here.
that mean?
Okay, here, now that we are experiencing COVID-19, do you think that we are still living in a clean world? Yes or no?
Uh, I don't think it's a clean world.
It is not a clean world. Because the air that we breathe, it's not safe either, right? Because we have the virus right now. We have the threats of virus. And it is really not a clean world either, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that is just my intro. Let me read this one. So here, we're going to read this one. I'm going to read this one first, and then you will read the second paragraph later. All right? Is that okay with
Yeah,
you?
so clear.
Okay. Okay, let me start. Today, when I went to school, I could hardly see the sky because of the smog. The noise pollution from all the construction and the cars and buses almost deafened me. Everywhere, I saw paper and garbage piled up or blowing across the streets, and cigarette butts littering the landscape. Even the trees looked dirty and forlorn. All right, now can you read the second paragraph?
Yes, I hate the way some people the
Pollute,
ev-
pollute.
pollute the environment just to make some money. They are already old and won't have to deal with the problems they create.
Create,
How create
create.
they
Okay.
create. They never seem to think about the next generation. In this case, the next generation is me and my friends. We are the one who are going to have to breathe. How can we read that?
The bad air,
No, no, have to
breathe.
breathe the
Okay.
bad air and drink the door of the poor
Poor.
water. Poor
Okay.
water. We are the one who are going to get the
Diseases.
diseases and cancers from that poison. That we are the one who will have to look at ugly world for the rest of our life. We are the one who will suffer long after the adults have made their profit and pass on. But what will their money have gained them in the end?
Okay, here. So this is an interesting paragraph
Yeah.
because we're not really living in a very clean world right now. We are living in the 21st century and we are facing a lot of environmental problems, such as here it is mentioned that we are experiencing air pollution or we have dirty air in our environment
Yeah.
because of the pollution coming from cars, coming from the burning of garbages. This includes the dirty air that we breathe. And then another thing is the water pollution. When we say water pollution, these are the dirt. We have dirty water because of the garbages that we throw in oceans and rivers. So this makes water pollution. Okay.
Yeah.
Other than that, burning or we also have here burning of garbages. And when you burn garbages, this is not safe for our environment because burning garbages can cause chemicals into our air and it can also damage our ozone layer because our ozone layer, the purpose of our ozone layer is to protect us from the heat of the sun. Okay, I think you understand this one because you're studying science and physics, right? So
Yeah.
that is the purpose of our ozone layer, is to protect us from the heat of the sun. So now we are really experiencing a lot of environmental issues, especially air pollution. Okay, air pollution can cause lung diseases and cancers. So our body is very sensitive to the point that when we inhale or when we breathe chemicals, it can affect our health. So we need to be very careful with this one. All right?
Yeah. All right.
Okay, here. And also, a lot of people right now, they are cutting down trees. Trees, of course, it is beneficial for our health, right?
Yeah. All right.
Because it gives us fresh air. And a lot of people are cutting trees to make papers and to make profit out of it. So what happens is that we don't get that fresh air because these trees are being cut down. All right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, is my explanation clear to you or do you have any other questions?
No, I don't have any question.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure about that.
Okay. Now, if that's the case, I would like to ask you, in Vietnam, what environmental problems do you face?
I think it's about the company, the smoke in the company.
Air pollution. Is that what you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Oh,
that's
yes.
right. And the water pollution.
Water pollution. Oh, in Vietnam, you have a lot of manufacturing companies, right?
Yeah, that's right. We have
Okay.
many big company to in that, Samsung and Intel in Vietnam.
Oh, Samsung and what's that
Intel,
again?
Intel.
Intel.
Yeah,
Oh, brands of technology, right?
yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
I see. Yes.
So it's
Because
very polluted.
oh, you're very also polluted there. Is that the reason why you want to go to Germany?
Yeah, it may be.
Oh,
Do
wait.
you know Air Visual? The
I'm
app?
sorry.
Do you know Air Visual?
No, what's that? I'm sorry. What's that?
In the app to the count the polluted in every country and Vietnam always in the top. Yeah.
Oh, I see. So it's that is that the reason why. Okay. Where do you live in Vietnam, by the way? Are you living in a city or sort of like a province?
I live in a city, Hanoi
Oh,
City.
in a city. So it is expected that you are experiencing air pollution and water
Yeah,
pollution too.
yeah.
I see. Where is that city? Can you tell me the name of that city?
Hanoi.
Hanoi?
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
capital city.
oh, you are living in the capital city of Vietnam, Hanoi.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. All right, do you have any other questions for this one?
No, I don't have any question.
I'm also curious. How about burning of garbages? Is it allowed in Vietnam or is it
Oh,
prohibited?
yeah, it's many in Vietnam. In
Oh,
the rat, if we have many the garbage and they will burn them.
oh, they will burn them. But how about, for example, if a household will burn garbages on his own, is that allowed?
No, the car garbages will bring that to the other place and burn it.
Oh, they will bring it to other places because here in the Philippines, when you burn garbages, sometimes you will have to pay for for violating the act or the law that we have because that is not allowed here. Okay,
Yeah,
since it is the same thing in Vietnam, right?
yeah.
Oh, I see that one. Okay, now let's go to the next page. Okay, here. Let's go to this question first. What does it mean when we say the word cigarette butts?
I don't know the but I know the secret.
Oh yeah, cigarette butts. These are the remains of the cigarettes. Okay, so for example, this is the cigarette, right? Of
Yeah,
course, the smoker will not consume all of this. So the one that is left, for example, this part. Okay,
yeah,
for example, this part, this is what we call the cigarette butts. The one that is left in a cigarette when you're
oh,
done smoking it. We call
yeah,
that one cigarette butts. All right.
yeah.
Are you okay? Do you want to drink water?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, you
Mm,
can drink. Okay.
I'm okay now.
Oh, no, you're okay. Now let's continue with this one. Next generation. What do you mean by this word?
Uh, like I am the next generation in my family. I think so.
Oh, yes. The next generation of your family, that will be your.
Uh, Child, my
Yes,
son
very good.
or
That
my
will be your.
daughter.
Okay. Okay, you said son, so you only have a plan to have a son, like one child, not children.
I don't think so. I don't have plan to uh have a wife. I think so.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Why not? Don't you want to build your own family in the future?
because I think the money pay for the family is very much, so I don't think I need a family.
Okay, so for example,
Yeah,
in the future, let's say you became an engineer in Germany, and then of course you are earning money. You don't think you need to build a family by that time, or you just want to keep that money for yourself or for your saving? Is that your plan?
Yeah, that is my plan. I don't think about because if the money do not enough to pay the family is not good. I think so.
I understand your reason because life is really hard at this time,
Yeah,
especially with the restrictions of COVID-19, and it's really hard to, bring food to the table, especially if you have a big number of children or you have a big family. Okay,
yeah,
but maybe in the future, when you will be successful, of course, you might be changing your mind because if you met the one for you,
yeah,
let's say your future wife, okay, you can never say no to love. Okay, we tackled
yeah,
about love. Okay, but now, since you're still young and you're still studying, of course, your priority is your education, which is a good thing. All right?
yeah. All right.
Okay. Now let's go to the comprehension part of the paragraph.
Mm.
Okay, let me read the first one. What is the complaint voice here? Okay, when we say the complaint, it means expressing pain or expressing your dislikes.
Oh.
Okay, what do you think is the complaint here in the paragraph? What is it about? About
Mm. Oh. What's it about the complaint?
complain. When we say the word complain, you are expressing your anger about something or your pain about something. So you are complaining.
No.
So what is the complaint here about?
Mm. I think
The one you discussed earlier or the one we mentioned. Okay, what
uh
is the opposite of this word?
I think it's a noise pollution from all the construction and the car and bus
Mhm.
almost defend me.
Okay, okay, yes, you're correct. Or for short, we would say that as a polluted environment. When we say the word polluted, it means it is dirty. So the
Yeah.
complaint here is about a dirty environment. Okay. Okay, so the speaker says that he is living or he or she is living in a dirty environment. And the next generation will suffer from this dirty world or dirty environment. All right?
Yeah. Is it alright?
Okay, now let's proceed to number two. What forms of pollution are listed?
Uh, I
What
think
are the
it's uh noise pollution
what else?
and air pollution. I think so.
Noise pollution, air pollution,
Yeah.
and the last one is we have here the water pollution. All right.
Yeah, it's alright.
Okay. Okay, so good for that one. Now let's proceed to number three.
Who
What does the
does?
speaker, number three,
Mm.
who does the speaker blame for all the pollution? Who is to be blamed in all this pollution that is happening right now or in
Uh,
this text?
I think it's the um the about the um
Mhm.
before or the pupil in
People.
the in now. Yeah.
Very good. Okay, so we are the ones who are polluting our environment. Okay, so we are to be blamed for the dirty world that we live in right now. Okay, so imagine if people do not burn their garbages, if people will be conscious about their world or about the world we live in, then we might have a cleaner world. But right now, I think it's too late to say that one because we are experiencing a lot of environmental problems, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And also our air, it's very dirty because we have to wear our face masks, right? We have the
Yeah.
threats of the COVID-19 as well. So it adds up to our problem this time. So the next question, why do people make the world unclean?
Mm, when the because they want to make money and they cut the tree and do something else to make the environment polluted.
All right, very good. Okay, so yes, that is one reason.
Mm,
We are the ones who are making the world unclean. We
yeah,
are throwing garbages everywhere in the oceans and seas, even though we have trash cans.
yeah,
And we are cutting down trees. And trees is very important because it gives us fresh air.
yeah,
And also, when it comes to trees, it would take a long time or a lot of years before a tree will grow. All
mm,
right, so it's
yeah.
really hard to cut down trees because it's hard to replace it. Okay,
Mm,
how
yes.
about the last question?
Who
This
will
is very
pay?
important.
Who
Okay,
will pay the price according to the speaker? The next generation, I think so.
very good. So the ones who will pay the price for this um, unclean world would be the next generation. Now, why do you think is that? Why do they suffer?
The because what we make, it will make the environment so pollution. So the next generation they will uh, breathe in the air what we make the pollution. I think so.
Mhm. Okay, that's good. Okay, so here this is a very good paragraph actually. Before we proceed to our next one, do you have any other questions?
Now I don't have any question.
Okay, so that's good. Okay, before we proceed to the next one, let me just give you your assignment in connection to this one. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, here. Let me write your assignment, and then you're going to answer this one. And next meeting, I am going to check it. All right?
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay, so in Vietnam, okay, let me write in Vietnam, what environmental problem, or you can write this one too, or you can have a screenshot.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Okay, here, I have an instruction, answer in not in 10 sentences.
Okay.
Okay, here. So in Vietnam, what environmental problem are you most worried about, and how are you going to help to solve this problem? So you have to choose one environmental problem, and then what will be the best solution for this problem? All right, is it clear?
Yeah. It's clear.
Okay, since we are talking about environmental problem or the dirty world that we live in, so you can answer this one in 10 sentences. Okay.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay. Is it okay if you write your answer in MS Word
Why in the book or why in the word in the computer?
and Microsoft Word? Because I want to
Microsoft Word.
check,
Oh yeah, it's okay.
yes, because I want to check your grammar as well. So this is an essay, okay? So I
Yeah.
also want to check your grammar. So is it okay if you submit this one to me
Yes.
personally in my account and then before Monday, okay?
Yeah. It's okay.
Yeah, oh, no, you can submit it Monday morning because before our class, I would have to check it, to check your grammar and what are the corrections in that. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, it's okay with me.
Okay, so if that's the case, then I hope that you will express yourself in this assignment. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already time, by the way. So do you have any other questions before we continue or we end this?
No. I don't have any question.
You don't have any questions. Okay.
Yeah.
So So if you don't have any questions, then we will continue with our next page on Monday, all right?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, so if you have any other questions, middle, you can write it and then we will answer at next meeting. Okay?
Yeah,
If you are curious about other environmental problems, you can ask me. All right?
yeah, it's alright.
Okay, so it's already time. So we will end it at this time and we will continue next week. Okay, have a great weekend
Yeah,
and rest. Okay, you
yeah,
need to rest as well. Okay, so goodbye for now and I will see you on Monday.
yeah.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye. Have a good
Thank you.
weekend.
Bye.
Yeah.